Hey everybody, welcome back to DW's Chop Shop. Today we're going to take this TC Brothers Holy Roller battery box and we're going to get it mounted about where we need it. And that's going to be it for this video. And then, I'll do another one for the fender, another one for the sissy bar, another one for the seat. Just kind of keep it moving instead of bulking that all into one. Anyways, let's check out what we have here in the kit. So this is two kits technically. You have your battery mount that they give you, and I forget which one the bolts come with, but it comes with bolts. And then you have your battery box kit itself. Generic piece of rubber to put on top of the battery. This is your top piece. Comes with a couple of screws, hold everything in place, and a battery box. And this battery box is going to sit somewhere in here when we get all done. Now, the way that TC Brothers has this mounted is like that, and I'll probably do it the same way, but there's no reason you can't mount it that way if you want to. It won't hurt anything. Should be plenty of room. With this, if you see, you have kind of offset holes, and that is so on this side your chain or belt, whatever you're running, isn't going to get in the way. So if I put this in here and I put the battery box on top of it, there's plenty of room here for a chain. Okay, so I think I will mount this on the underside just to make some clearance. But first thing we need to do is know what our measurements are on this, on the battery box. So if you get on TC Brothers website, it tells you what battery you need, and I absolutely forget, but you can check it out. It's not hard. Anyways, the dimensions on the battery is 6.5 inches tall. So I have a 7-inch block of wood. This bike's not going to be together anytime soon, so I'm not going to spend money on a battery to have it sit on a shelf. But we'll throw this together just enough to keep that block of wood in place. And this will also make sure our battery is going to fit once we do spend the money to get the battery. They're not expensive, but personal preference. And I suppose it wouldn't hurt if we bolted this box down to here. Let's do that real quick with these supplied bolts. Okay, so that's done. Now let's mark about where I want this. So I want this to sit right around here. Okay. Oh. So I marked these back pieces, and I just want to make sure they're even. So I'm going to measure from here to my mark, and I'm going the other side and measure from there to my mark, and then I'll move what I need to move. Oh. And what that's going to do is, it's not going to do anything other than make sure that we are 100% straight. Don't want a crooked battery box. Okay, so we are 14 and, there we go, 14 and a half there. And on this side, we are 15 on the dot. All right, this is the side I eyeballed it off of, so we will move this side up. Okay. Okay, now let's set this back in place. Okay, so what I'm looking at is with this at the 15 mark, I have space behind, I have space above. The back of the battery is not going to be rubbing on the backbone. And I'm going to slide the fender in here just to make sure that we're not going to hit the fender. And this is going to be a rough spot for the fender because I don't have anything on the tire to radius it or whatnot. So you want to make sure that we can clear everything. Okay. So it will be something like that. Now let's do this one more time. Okay. So we got plenty of room between the fenders. We got plenty of room all around the battery box. I actually think I might set this back. Yeah. All right, sounds good. Let's get this box off and we will tack weld this in place. And the reason we're going to tack weld it in place and not just melt metal is because we will, absolutely will, warp these legs working it that much. If you look at your TC Brothers hardtail instructions, it comes with this rod right here and then some spacers, and it tells you what to space these the wheel out to, or your axle gap out to, I should say. And what that does is you push it out, push it way out, melt all your metal together, and that heat's going to pull everything way back in, right? So you leave it stretched out while it's cooling down, and then once it's cool, it's going to all pop straight back to where it needs to be. And I just want to make sure that we are as straight as we can get inside of, in the middle of the tube here. Okay. Now, we have a little bit of play in that, believe it or not, with moving the metal around, and stuff's flexible. So we're going to come on over to the other side and get this held in place. That is pretty damn straight. Pretty damn in the middle too. All right. And one more tack on the other side. Okay. Double check. Well, this is easy to crack off. Oh yeah. Yep. All right. And for no real reason, I'm going to measure that. So. Yep. Okay, cool. Now we should be able to slide our battery box back in here. Damn it. All right, that's not bad at all. Now the fender is going to end up coming out probably about there. Not much more than that. All right. Okay, so for right now, that's going to be putting the battery box in. I'm going to make a video real quick of doing the seat, because the seat's what's going to have me weld this T-post, and then I'll finish welding both of these in at the same time, and we'll cut back in with that here shortly. 9 inches in between the axle plates. All right, so now with 9 inches, we can go ahead and get this seat post welded into place, and we can weld this shit into place too. And last thing that we need to add that we messed with today is to make sure our battery box still fits, and there she does. All right. I don't know how many parts I've cut this video into, but that is the install